Hey everyone, welcome back to Measuremix. Thank you so much for stopping by today. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell before you leave so you don't miss out on anything new. Today I am going to be sharing with you two Dollar Tree spring wreaths. One is more farmhouse and neutral, and then the other one is more bright and bold. So let's get started. Alright, so I'm going to start out with the neutral farmhouse wreath, and I'm going to use one of these green wreath forms that comes from Dollar Tree and a bag of the brown floral moss. And then I am going to use my hot glue gun just to attach the floral moss to the wreath, and I'm going to attach it to the back and the front side. This floral moss is pretty messy, but after you are done putting the moss on the wreath, I would recommend spraying it with hairspray or a clear sealer of some sort just to hold the moss on. After I was all done getting it on, I did give it a trim just to even it out. Now I'm going to take 3 bunches of these tulips that come from Dollar Tree. You can use whatever color you want. I just used the white ones. And I'm going to trim off the bottoms of each of these. And I'm going to trim them off so that I make sure that they are still intact in a bunch. So I'm not trimming off each individual stem. I'm just trimming off the bottom of each bouquet so that it's a little bit shorter. Now I'm just going to take one of the bunches of tulips and secure it to the side of the wreath with some floral wire. I'm just going to wrap that floral wire around the wreath and the tulips, and then I'm going to take the other bunch and overlap that on the first bunch and wrap some more floral wire around that, and then take the third bunch and do the same thing. And then I just bent the bottom of the stems so that way they would kind of curve around the wreath. Then I took 2 more bunches of the tulips and cut the bottoms off, and then just placed those upside down opposite the other tulips and secured them with some more wire. Next, I needed to cover up the wire in between the 2 tulip bunches, so I took some of this burlap polka dot ribbon from Dollar Tree. I only had a little bit of it, so I just cut off a piece and wrapped that around the middle there and hot glued it. And now with the rest of it, I am just making a simple bow, and I'm just pulling it through here and making sure that the polka dots are right side in and not inside out, and then just messing around with it until I get it the way I like it. Then I cut off the bottom tails to be even. After I did that, I took that excess piece of ribbon and wrapped that around the middle of the bow and hot glued it down just to make the bow a little bit nicer in the middle there so you couldn't see where I tied it. And then I just cut off the excess ribbon at the top there. After that was all done, I just messed around with it a little bit, and then I hot glued it to my wreath and dovetailed the ends. Then I took some of this silk white ribbon from Dollar Tree and tied another simple bow and just added it on top of the wreath. And this is how it turned out. I think it looks really pretty. It's very simple and farmhouse and neutral for spring this year. I love these tulips. I'm glad that I found them at Dollar Tree this year. I was looking last year and couldn't find them because I really wanted a tulip wreath. So now I'm glad I found them so that way I can have a tulip wreath this year. For this last wreath, it's going to be bright and bold spring colors. I'm going to use this turquoise burlap ribbon from Dollar Tree and another one of these green wreath forms. And I'm just going to wrap the burlap ribbon around the wreath, just overlapping it a little bit as I go. I did not get all the way around with just one roll of ribbon. I did use part of a second roll to go all the way around, and then I hot glued it at the end just to secure it. Next, I'm going to take 2 bunches of the pink hydrangeas from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to cut each stem off and that way I will have 12 stems of hydrangeas, and I'm going to leave the leaves on as well. Now I'm going to take 6 of those stems and I'm going to use some floral wire just to secure them together, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the other 6 stems. After the 2 bunches were secure separately, I placed them on the wreath opposite of each other just like I did the tulips, and then I cut the excess stems so I had shorter stems so that way they didn't stick out, and then I secured both of the bouquets together with some more floral wire. Now to attach both these bouquets to the wreath, I just placed them where I wanted them to go on the wreath, and then I put some more of that burlap ribbon and wrapped it around 2 times around the wreath and the flowers, and then I pulled it tight and then cut off the excess ribbon, and then I used some hot glue and just hot glued the ribbon down to the back of the wreath. Now I'm going to take this bunny sign from Dollar Tree, and I love the little spring banner that it's holding, so I'm just going to pull that off. It's just on there with some hot glue, and I am just going to hot glue that in the middle of the 2 bouquets and then on the other side of the wreath. Then I went ahead and made another simple bow the same way I did the polka dot bow and added that to the middle there, and that was it. The wreath was finished. I think this is pretty and bright for spring. I love the colors. It actually does match my couches in my house, so I think I will use this wreath on my back door and the other one on my front.
Alright guys, I hope you liked these 2 wreaths. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments below if you like to decorate more neutral for spring or if you like to decorate with bright colors. Alright, that is it. I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.